Hello, 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 hello. We are back again with an Perilous route with Schröder, Ager, Nord, Jean Bart, Palmer B, and Double Jaeger. Now, this was my very first match. So, you do the first match, you get a medal. You can imagine, because I did play this match, I did play this on the public test server. So, I did play this, so I was aware of the sheer power of Schröder. So when I saw Jaegers pop in, I was like, not the best ship for this match. Or for this mode. Gunboat DDs like Groningen and Friesland do really well. And we will have a replay for that. Because we were going for the ribbons this week. And yeah, it went really well. Like, Schröder's really good for week 7. Michelangelo would be pretty decent, but Schröder, Groningen, Friesland, again, all those are Dockyard ships or removed ships, except Groningen. Groningen you can still get. If you don't have all those kind of ships, Palmer would definitely be a really good ship if you wanted to farm ribbons. Just be aware that you do need to be aggressive. Be aggressive, watch your health, angle, basically all the average kind of things any World of Warships player should know how to do. If you don't, I would really recommend learning that. Because if you don't, it's not going to apply really good to operations, randoms, pretty much any mode. So if you can't learn the basics, you're not in a good spot. Now, see, we do see the Jaeger popping his Sorps off. And I was like, okay. Now, I believe, I can't remember. Okay, I don't have the secondary flag on this. Sorry about that. In later matches, I had it out to 12 kilometers because I decided to put the flag on. But Schröder doesn't seem like a really good ship right now. It doesn't. But keep in mind, once Luchens goes off, the ship becomes a massive machine of secondaries. So it's great for farming ribbons. And it was like, what was it, 4,500 this week? That actually was very easy. I think in probably the first maybe 3 or 4 matches, I probably had about 20-some hundred, like 2,400. So I was like, okay, it's gonna be an easy day. To give you an idea, I basically had the DD and the cruiser one done in one day, and I probably spent, honestly, maybe just 6 hours. That's honestly pretty good for doing like 4 out of the 6 of the Dockyard missions for week 7. That's really good. Now, again, we're still about 30 secondaries off, but, we're kind of just taking it easy. We're not really worried. Again, this ship really shows its things when you get to when the secondaries go off, which should be going off right about now. And then you really start to see. Now, the Ager is just kind of using his torps and using everything. And we're doing pretty good. Now, again, we did lose one of the Jaegers. That was honestly not surprising. It really wasn't. Now, Ager's also a good ship. Ager is a really good ship. Just remember that its guns aren't the most accurate. That's the only downside. That's why I would highly recommend Schröder, because Schröder will Citadel Mutsus, will pretty much Citadel any battleship you're facing on this operation. And you can do broadsides like that. If you hit them right, you can do Citadel damage. And then you also have the sheer amount of secondaries going off. I will tell you though, as a sneak peek, the Groningen match, oh, that one was really close. I was honestly kind of really worried on that one. I was really worried. And I do take out the fort because then my secondaries don't go off on it. So that way they go all hand on the other ships. And Ager goes down. Got a little too aggressive, just a little bit too aggressive. And usually when your team starts to kind of fall apart like this is when Schröder really gets its carry pants on. I can't remember. It might have been this match or another match. I honestly can't remember. I mean, I honestly played so many Schröder games yesterday. Yeah, I honestly can't remember which matches were which. I will say the amount of Pommers I've seen has been very not surprising. I expected highly, especially when we see the queue times and there's like 20 battleships. That did not surprise me. I saw the same thing on the test server, so I was like, okay, it's going to be mainly a cruiser kind of thing or something like that. So cruisers will get you in faster, DDs will get you in faster. Battleships are going to be the slowest. Now remember, we were going for ribbons, so just think about it. That's like 400 ribbons right there for cruisers. And we're not even to the last part yet. So, 500-600 ribbons a run, that's really good. And unfortunately, this stupid carrier sat in the smoke and literally just reversed. I literally spent most of this time getting melted down as it literally just reversed. I'm getting a lot of plane kills though, so I mean that's always good. But you can imagine it's slightly irritating, and with my hydro off, I can't detect him, considering it's German hydro. So that is very frustrating. Considering, like, we know he's literally right in front of me. He's literally right there. I honestly thought he would run away, not, reverse. I was kind of really a little irritated at the team because they all opened fire on it, and I really wanted to farm in for secondaries. At least we get the kill though, right?
Enemy aircraft carrier sunk.
But also, would the team have been able to kill him if I hadn't come out here? Not likely. But I would honestly say it's a pretty fun mode. I've enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed this mode. I will say though, when I was playing it on the test server, or even now, I'm like, it's good. I just wish they had scaled the bots a little. Maybe to tier 7s, maybe 8s. I guess you could say I really just thought it's good, but I feel like it could go up, the bots could go up just a little bit higher. And also the one reason is Schroeder's extremely tanky also, because not many ships can survive this kind of punishment. I mean, we've tanked 1 million, and we still have a lot of HP. I mean, we could absolutely go on the offensive if we wanted to, but I was a little worried there. I didn't want to overextend. And you never know. I will say though that the amount I have been playing flagship ops at the day of this recording, and well, let's just say I've liked the changes. I've liked the changes they did. I feel like it's made it even harder for the teams, and that was one thing I really did worry about. Because I noticed significantly how the losses kind of jumped up the last patch. And then when I've seen it this patch, I'm like, what the hell? It's almost like you know what's going to happen. And you're like, oh, thanks, Wargaming. So I would honestly recommend not running any big boosters until you have the chance to div up with friends, because you're going to be because you may risk losing, you know, red boosters, blue boosters. Use the green and gray boosters if you're going to be on your own, and just play that ship a few times, and you'll add it up. Now remember, that Nord is full HP. Keep an eye on him. Again, Nord is one ship that I would like to get footage for, but I've also known that it is extremely tanky. So if I'm going to get footage for it, it's going to be in this mode. I mean, I understand the whole gimmick of that ship is the European torps, but I feel like a lot of players overuse them and forget that they have one of the fastest battleship reloads. Because if I remember right, I believe he dies, the Nord. I was trying to help the Palmer now because there's that ship, the Mutsu, coming down from the south. I don't remember. I don't think the Palmer, or not the Palmer, but the Nord died. I know one of them died in one match, but I honestly can't, like I said, I can't truly remember anymore because I played probably like 10 Schröder games. I mean, like I said, they really overuse those torps quite a bit.
Ship is
That honestly should have been a kill. But I mean, you know, looking at the, you know, the effect, you know, we're 5 shells from activating Lucian's skill. Unfortunately, you know, we're not hitting our shots. But, you know, 11 kills. You know, we're top of the kill count. Yeah, this was the first match. So it was another match that the Nord died in. That's why I run this ship. No, I wasn't running any boosters, unfortunately. But, you know, that's still 500,000 right there. Still top of the team with 1840. Again, don't bring Jaegers. Please don't bring Jaegers. They really don't do any good on this mode. They really don't. Keep them in operations, please. They do much better in operations. Surprisingly, though, I did get about 33,000 on that CV. Did not expect that. And then hover over the damatory. Yeah, that CV did about 11,000 to me just with its secondaries. Just because I could not see it. Because my Hydra was off. I lost 5 secondary batteries. That will happen quite a bit in the Schröder. But I mean, honestly, this is really, you know, the average game you get in a Schröder. Without boosters, it's a really good ship to play. And look at that. I mean, that's 600 ribbons right there. That's like 600 ribbons. You do that consistently over a day, you're going to be done with those 4,500 ribbons real quick. So really, this ship is probably the best cruiser to take in this mode. But let's get into the DD match, because the DD match I was really interested in and really liked.